In this module, we are going to learn about theoretical categories, that how process of globalization theories has been divided into the different 8 categories, that is liberalism, political realism, Marxism, constructivism, transnationalism, feminism, postmodernism, and eclecticism. Liberalism, strongest case of globalization, it is an international capitalism which is a main pillar of liberalism. It is also giving an enhanced corporate responsibility that will contribute to increased profit. Trade is going across the borders, and it is having an integration of production. Then liberalism allows necessary government intervention. Although you know that capitalist forces believe in non-intervention of the state, but we all know what happened after the 2008 economic crisis or economic crunch in the United States of America. Some workers get better off, others to worse circumstances. So owing to that economic crunch in America in 2008, American government gave bailout plans to their banks, and this is how the state was intervening in the market forces. So I consider that it was the demise of capitalism in 2008 when state intervened and gave a bailout plan to sustain their more than 200 banks in the United States of America. Political realism. Political realism does not undermine the role of nation state due to globalization processes. It supports state intervention in economic affairs. As far as Keynesian formula is concerned, it says that state intervention has positive effects on economy as business, and it gives more smooth and equality promoted and guarantees corrective measures in the market, because Keynesian theory believes that there should be a less intervention of the state to control those damages that may happen in the consequences of any economic crunch in the state. Marxism. As you know, the Marxist school of thought believes that it is the state that is an end itself, and it has to determine every force or the role of every force in a state. Marxism is an economic ideology that believes in intervention of the state in market forces, as compared to capitalism that believes in non-intervention of the state in market forces. But question is, which force is really existing pragmatically? Is it that Marxism that believes in the intervention of the state, or it is capitalism that believes in the non-intervention of the state, or it is Keynesian formula that believes in the less intervention of the state? Constructivism. Globalization is reshaping the national identities. Static identities are being threatened. Emergence of transnational and cosmopolitan identities are also changing. Homogenization of cultures are being created, or you may say an effort is being made that how we can make our cultures more homogenized, although it is very difficult in this age of globalization, when there is hybridization is going on, in which both local and global cultures are mixing and giving a new shape to the global village. Postmodernism claims that media is the driving force of globalization. More consumption and opportunities of global products, entertainment and traveling is increasing owing to more business. Blur boundaries between popular and high culture. Traditional meta narratives are challenged today in the contemporary world. traditional concepts are challenged under the forces of globalization, and new concepts are emerging. Feminism. Global poverty is very much a feminist issue. Inequality in wages and jobs. Globalization is behind the high profile gender inequality. Feminist movements are spreading globally. It is considered through feminist lens that there is a gender based deprivation in the global village, where one gender is being deprived upon the other in one way or the other. Transformationalism. Globalization has created new international orders. Globalization is influencing international relations. Roles of states are being reshaped. Emergence of new institutions is going on because there is, owing to communication revolution, people are interacting with each other in different parts of the world. Even sitting at home, they can play games with any person, with any gender, whosoever they are and wherever they are. कहीं भी हो दुनिया के किसी हिस्से में भी कोई शख्स बैठा हुआ है तो वो अपने घर में बैठ के उसके साथ हर किस्म का खेल खेल सकता है, चाहे वो चेस खेलना चाहे, क्रिकेट खेलना चाहे, स्नूकर खेलना चाहे, नेम एनी गेम, रेसलिंग करना चाहे, तो वो साइबर गेम्स के जरिए से बहुत आसानी के साथ ये कर सकता है. आज के दौर में ये पॉसिबल है. Eclecticism. It is increasing multiculturalism or multiculturalism. Globalization has become a characteristic features of modernity. Rapid social transformation that I earlier mentioned in my previous slide, that how rapidly everything is changing owing to the technological sophistication and communication revolution. Global economic, political and cultural unification is going on because in every part of the world people are interacting with each other and adopting the good values, or you may say the values they want to enjoy, or they want that they can adopt it and can live his life more in a happy way. So they adopt it. World has become more independent than ever before.